Hey guys, it's Tiffany from SuperEasyMath.com. Today's math problem of the day is x squared minus 3x minus 10. Now you can solve this problem a few different ways. I prefer using the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and then all of that is over 2a. Well, when we're dealing with a problem that is like this, we have to remember that our coefficient here is A, coefficient here is B, and C is just that last dangling value that doesn't have any variable connected to it. So in front of the x squared, there's no number, so that means it's an understood 1. B, there is a number in front of the x, it is a 3, and there's a subtraction sign in front of that 3, so we count that as a negative 3. And then the same is true for the c value. There's a subtraction sign in front of the 10, so we count it as a negative 10. So to be clear, our a value is going to equal 1, our b value will be negative 3, and our c value will be negative 10. Okay, now I'm going to plug in these values into this quadratic formula problem to figure out how to solve this. When we're solving it, what we're doing is we're figuring out what x could equal to make this work. So just for space purposes, I'm not going to write this initial x, okay? I'm going to start with minus b, and if I write a minus 3 or minus negative 3, it ends up being a positive, so it's just a 3. And then it's plus or minus the square root of, I got to write a b value again, but this time there's no minus in front of it, so you just write it as it is, which is negative 3 squared minus 4, and then a is 1, and then c is negative 10. And see how I put the a and the 10, or the a and the c values, in parentheses just to clarify that I'm multiplying there. If I were to put like x's, it starts to get a little confusing. It's like, is that an x or is that a multiplication symbol? When you get into upper level math, you want to start using parentheses more because it starts to feel confusing if you're talking about an x or a variable. So I just like to use parentheses or sometimes that dot. Now we're going to put it all over the 2a. So 2 is the same, and then a is 1. Now we're going to solve all of this. Okay, so underneath the radical, I'm going to end up with a 9 plus 40. So it's 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 plus 40. And then it's over 2. 2 times 1 is just regular 2. So then I'm left with 3 plus or minus 49, the square root of 49. And we know that that's a perfect square, which is 7. So that's going to come out nicely. And it's over 2. For space, I'm going to come over here. So this problem ends up being 3 plus or minus 7 all over 2. So 3 plus 7 is 10 over 2, which gives me 5. And then the other option is 3 minus 7, which is negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. So x could equal 5, or x could equal negative 2. Now let's take a sneak peek at tomorrow's math problem of the day. It is simplify 8 over 12. Go ahead and try to solve that on your own and come back tomorrow to see how I solve it. And as always, don't forget, if you need a live math tutor who you can talk to and ask all the questions you want, head over to SuperEasyMath.com and we'll pair you up with a tutor who's best fit for you.